Uh, what's up, guys? Uh, I feel like absolute shit today. And so, first and foremost, I'm gonna say, like a jackass, and I'm pretty sure we've all been here. Um, had a relapse last night. And what was stupid is I know, like, it's like I know I shouldn't have, but I went and did it anyway. That's on me. No one put a gun to my head or anything. But reflecting, right? So reflecting on everything that led up to that, right? So one thing, um, it sucks, I guess in my situation, right? So in my situation, I'm currently doing a lot of work from home. So I'm home all day, every day, but I'm in front of this laptop like majority of the time. Um, So, yeah, and I'm not saying this is an excuse. I'm just kind of saying like this was my brain working that led up to where I'm making this video. But so with being home all day, every day, and a lot, right? So I don't know. I just yesterday was doing some work, and first it was the procrastination. The procrastination kind of kicked in because I had stuff to do, but it wasn't directly urgent. So with everything spread out, I was trying to take my time with it. So with doing that, my brain went into, well, you've been working hard, been doing all this all the time, like relax today. Don't focus on trying to, take on the world every day at once. So that first creeped in. And then I think it was right during that point or somewhere within there that I started thinking about alcohol. I started thinking about I could, have a drink and just like relax today. That thought got really, really attractive. To the point, I'm walking down to the liquor store and like I needed cigarettes, but it's a liquor store too. And like I knew in my head walking to there, and I'm having conversations with myself. Like this is the crazy thing. I'm having conversations with myself walking up to this liquor store because I know I'm about ready to buy a bottle. I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna fucking happen. And I'm sitting there and be like, dude, you don't have to do it. Like you can just go get cigarettes, turn around, walk back home. Like I'm getting closer to the liquor store. Now it's in view. Now I'm in the parking lot. Now I'm inside the store. And I walk over and I grab a Coca-Cola. Now, if anybody knows me, I like drinking Mountain Dew if I drink soda. So I know why I'm buying Coca-Cola, because if you mix Mountain Dew with whiskey, it tastes terrible. I know this. So I grab the Coca-Cola can and I'm walking up towards, like, I've already admitted defeat. I've already like raised the surrender flag. Like I already knew what I was gonna do the minute I walked up to the counter. Can I get some Senecas? And then can I get a bottle of the Bull Bourbon whiskey? And what's funny is the guy knows me there. So it's like the minute I said cigarettes, and he turned around and he had his hand between the maker's mark and the Bullet Bourbon. Like he already knew. And so then, I go and I leave and I'm heading back to the house and I'm disappointed. I haven't even opened the bottle yet and I'm disappointed in myself. And so I get back home and set everything on the counter in the kitchen. And I walk into my room and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you don't have to do this, man. You don't have to do this. And I don't know what I was grabbing, but I think I was grabbing a lighter because I ran out of cigarettes, so I went to go smoke. So I grab a lighter, come out of my room, and I go, and now I make a left to where the glasses are. And I grab a glass, throw a couple ice cubes in it, and here we go. So then, drinking now, and I'm going through, and then I'm like trying to get some more work done, but then I'm not even working on it. Like I just pour another glass, and because now my glass is up, now I gotta make a new one. So then this goes, and it goes, and it goes. And so to the point that, like, I'm a social person overall, and especially like if I've been drinking. So I go and I walk down to the fucking bar right down the street. It's actually right catty corner to the liquor store, funny enough. And and I didn't even go down there for any reason. Like, I wasn't meeting up with anybody or whatever. It's just that's where people go that like to drink. And so I go down there and see people there that I haven't seen in a while, that obviously, but they were the ones when I was drinking a lot, they were there, and so now they're here again. And then the bartenders are like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, blah, 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 blah. And it's like this, we're reuniting with my old shit, And so I'm just hanging out, having some drinks, and then, met this really cool old dude, and we were shooting the shit, and then he bought me a drink. So now at this point, like, I've spent money that I didn't want to spend. I could definitely have used that money for something. Like, if you were to ask me now, like, if you had this money, would you go and just drink it away, or would you go and invest in this? So, and like always, I didn't spend a shit ton of money or anything like that, where I'm just using that as an example, because regardless, even if it was like $10, right? So if I got one drink there, and even a drink bought for me, I've been drinking all day here, I'm good, trust me. But still, $10 I could bend on the back of these, which, yes, I know, it doesn't help me in the case of health, but anything, right? $10 towards anything, or just having the $10, right? So, anyway, come back home, hanging out with the roommates and everything, and I mean, that was fun. We chatted and everything like that. We don't like hang out or play. We're not video game people or anything like that. So it's just, we have conversations in the kitchen, shoot the shit. Then I came in the room and passed out. And then when I woke up this morning, I started feeling that guilt. It's like square one, all over again. Here we are. We're back to square one. Then I started thinking, no. Now, see, I'm not going back to that. I'm not going to give my mind that chance to, like, put that pressure on me. I'm in recovery. This is part of it. These things happen. Now, from this to the recent time since that's happened, I've made a lot of progress, and I am happy for that progress. That was a win. And it's still a win. I didn't allow myself and didn't focus on being my best self on that day. And I paid the price for it. So if you're in recovery right now, here's what I'll say. Don't let the weight of what happens in your relapse or having the relapse fuck with you so hard that it destroys today. Yeah, I'm freaking feeling like dog shit right now. Like, I'll be honest, I'm feeling like shit. But I got work to do. I got shit I still got to do. And I'm going to do it. And I paid the price for it last night. My mistakes last night is going to cost me feeling good today. But guess what? It ain't going to affect today. It ain't going to affect what I'm going to do today. It ain't going to affect my prosperity of what I'm going to make happen today. Because I'm using those positive affirmations within myself to let myself know that what I was doing wrong. Not everybody around me, not what people are saying, and I'm not, like, don't even worry about the external. What I was doing is I was just becoming the external worst fears and like downfalls internally of myself that I was projecting on other people. So let's say going back when I was with somebody, right? So my significant other would be very, very upset the next morning. Like, if she knew that I was fucked up or drinking or anything like that when I said I wasn't going to, that's just a lie. That's me lying to her. And so waking up, and then I would and get that wrath, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm putting this wrath in every single situation, right? And then it affected the next day, it affected the next day, it affected that week. And then it just started spiraling, right? And then I was back at the bar again because I just felt so down on myself all the time because I was failing, I was lying, I was not doing what I said I was going to do, you know? And that weight is going to keep you doing the same thing. I hate to say it, but I mean, you'll hide it, right? You'll hide it, trust me. And you might be the best at it. You might have the perfect places to put your stuff, to do it, to wash your mouth out with this, and nobody knows. Maybe you don't have anybody to account to. Maybe you go to work and then you come home and it's just you, your thoughts, and your vices. You can tell yourself, I'm not an alcoholic, or I'm not this, I'm not that. Look, you can do something for a long time and then stop or have a relapse point. But what did you learn during the relapse? Because see, in a fucked up way, because of going through all of this in my recovery, I was still aware when I was drinking. Did I wake up throwing up? Did I go and buy a bag? Did I do it? I didn't do any of those things. So those are wins too. Because I would have done that. Whoo! Every time. Every time. But I didn't. I was still conscious and aware, and I didn't let myself drink it up to where I was too fucked up. Which is weird thinking about it, right? So it's like you look back at your old habits and you look at, oh man, I relapsed or whatever, what you've learned. You are winning. It sucks. The relapse points suck. Feeling like this sucks. Feeling like you let people down sucks. But I'm still winning. Every single day. Just like I'm gonna win today. Because what before was happening is not present in today, even when I'm messing up. So that's a win. I didn't wake up this morning and take the day to just beat myself up. The world's gonna beat you up all day, every day, with everything. Why let yourself do it too, right? Like, if you're the only last man standing, put up a fight. Like, even if you're losing the battle, even if you're bleeding, bloody, bruised, and it's so easy to lay on the mat, why they count to 10 and call the match over. But it's gonna take that much more. It's gonna feel that much more painful. But what if you win the match? What if you win just by getting back up again? What if you win just by getting back up again? You know, those moments in like Rocky, right? Give yourself that moment. Give yourself that moment every single time you relapse, every single time that you fuck up, give yourself that moment. Don't go in waking up the next day, beating yourself up. Wake up and think about you being on the mat, face down. And maybe if you have to even put it in your head, there's a crowd. Put me in that crowd with you. I'm cheering for you. Come on, get up. You got this. You know, that epic climactic, like the music's playing and everything, and he's pushing himself up off the mat, and it's about to go down this time. This time now he is coming up as the lion. He is coming up to mess some shit up. Let that be your motivation. So when you relapse, anybody out there watching, if you're going through recovery and you hit a relapse point, that day when you wake up, remember this video. Remember this video right here. When you wake up feeling like shit, like you've maybe puked, maybe you feel down on yourself, maybe you feel hungover and the freaking room's spinning, you're just like, oh, I'm not going to work today. Get the fuck up. See, that's that negative self-talk It's already started, right? Now you're feeling like shit, so everything now else has to become negative to fix that, to pamper you because you don't feel good. Well, guess what? You did that. So, welcome to consequence. But when, if you're gonna have consequence, like if you're going to freaking just feel like shit, win in the process of feeling like shit. So get up. This is that Rocky moment. Can you wake up from this and take on today and knock it out of the park? Knock it to the floor. Even feeling like shit. Because here's another thing too. You're going to feel better again at some point. It might be the next day. It might be later on in the day. But once you feel better, then look back at that. If you want positive affirmations on staying on your recovery path, look at what you did coming out of feeling like shit from a decision that you don't want to make anymore. And you still killed it. Now guess what you're gonna do tomorrow? Sober, completely like no hangover, nothing, and you have the whole day of feeling amazing. That day's already trying to run from you because it already knows what you're about ready to do to it. So, you know, at the end of it all, even in your feeling like shit moment, get the fuck up. Go at it again. Go at it even harder. Like, if you're gonna feel like shit, like push through the feeling like shit. Don't let that feeling like shit do more than what you're doing in that day. So if it's making you have a hangover and a headache or whatever, then guess what? You need to go out there and execute all of the top things that you have and that you want to get done. And I would start at the hardest things. Make those top things happen for you in that day. Because then at that point, as you're winning, yeah, it's going to suck with the hangover. It's going to suck with the headache. It's going to suck with feeling like shit and not wanting to eat, whatever it may be. But if you're knocking out all that top tier level stuff, the last thing you're going to care about is your hangover. So, for all my people in the recovery process, I hope this video can help you. I'm doing this, like I said, this channel, everything. I mean, at the beginning of it all, it's for me. And if this can help anybody out there, then that's amazing. That's what I wanted to do. But in my recovery process, I'm not perfect. I'm not sitting here with this channel being like, oh, I've recovered. I can tell you all the ways on how to do it. No, welcome to my life. This is the actual real shit. This is me going through my recovery process, and I'm videotaping all of this so I can actually look back, not only my progress, but also listen back on with people I've talked to on the podcast and hear their situations, hearing my own story, and like replaying those moments in moments like last night that I should have done. I can go back and be like, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, and yesterday's already happened. I'm not going to give that and breathe life into that. It's already dead and done. But with self-reflection, I know what I have to do to extend it even further this time. So if I do relapse again, and that sounds like such a terrible term, you know, when you think about it. But anyway, but if I drink again, right? I can look back on this video. I can look back on where I was last night, and hopefully the conversation doesn't happen. But I'm human. I'm not perfect. And I understand that. But from what I've done before to what happened last night, I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. And that's something I am proud of. So, not patting myself on the back for drinking and wasting an entire day, but I'm patting myself on the back on I held a standard and a barrier to what I was going to do. So that's pretty cool. So thanks for checking out the video, and onward into today.